Hi everyone, my name's James Ivey.
I'm Paul Drew.
From the Studio Rats,
Nice.
and today I am wearing two hats.
Well, you're also in the wrong seat. I'm normally in the driver's seat, and now you're in the sort of prime position.
The kitchen chair, as it were.
Yes, it is a bit of a kitchen chair, yeah.
So today we're doing something slightly different. Today I am wearing two hats. I am wearing my Studio Rats hat, and I'm also wearing my Antelope Audio hat, because the good folks at Antelope Audio are supporting us with this video. And we're doing a video on reamping. Now, what is reamping and why do we need it? Well, I think you'll agree there is nothing quite as stressful or strenuous as the studio pressure cooker.
Absolutely.
That moment where everyone in the control room is looking at you, the guitar player, to nail your take, and for whatever reason, not enough caffeine or whatever.
Or too much caffeine.
Possibly, you ain't quite cutting it.
Also known as red light fever.
Yes. And reamping is a really cool way to work your way around that. It's also a great way to work if you're in an environment where you want to record through your big Uber matchless amp on full tilt, but maybe it's 3 in the morning and you don't want to wake the kids.
Absolutely.
So reamping is really cool. It's really easy to do. And the Antelope range of interfaces has loads of really useful functionality and I/O to allow you to do reamping very easily. So guess what?
What?
We thought we'd do a reamping tutorial.
Can I just say, I'm really impressed that an interface, and I know there are interfaces that do come with reamp outputs, but the way that you can set any output to be a reamp output, it's pretty clever.
Yeah, I mean, there are a pair of dedicated outputs or analog audio outputs which you can set up as reamp outputs,
Right.
But you can route anything to those reamp outputs,
Right.
That's one of the really cool things about the new Discrete 8 Pro's hybrid control panel. Now we'll go into that in detail shortly. Studio Rats fans will recognise this is our latest tune called
Drifting in the Dark,
featuring the vocals of Mr. Jack Rubinacci.
Oh yes.
It sounds like this.
Headlights cutting down a dark road, midnight and I'm on my own, and I'm thinking of you. Yes, I'm thinking of you.
Can I just say,
Yep.
way better without the guitar. Things are always better without my guitar playing.
No comment. Songs guitar. So it has a guitar introduction which we need to record, and we wanted to record it using the reamp scenario. So what we're going to do, let me talk you through it. We have 2 guitar channels set up. We have our clean guitar DI, and we have a guitar plus AFX. Now the reason we've set 2 channels up is because we want to record the guitar part with an amp sim. You know, perhaps we're back at the hotel, or we're in somewhere, we bung headphones on. We want it to sound like a guitar amp without a guitar amp. So let's show you the routing using the control panel. If I click on the routing matrix, it will appear down here. Now, the guitar is plugged in here into input number 1, and we've set it to be the guitar high Z input.
Great.
Which is cool. We're routing from preamp 1, we're routing first of all down to computer record 1, which is our clean DI channel. If we go back into Studio 1, we can see that that is input number 1.
Okay.
If we go back to the Discrete 8, we're also routing from preamp 1 down into AFX 1. Now AFX 1 is where our guitar amp sim is coming from, and we're using the top 30 UK set up as follows.
Sounds nice, actually.
So we're running through, let's face it, it's an AC30 style top with an AC30 style cab, with a dynamic and a ribbon mic on.
Nice.
No other effects other than the reverb. And the reverb is coming from Auraverb, and we are getting to that routing from the AFX 1 out into Mixer 1, and Mixer 1 is where Auraverb is, and we're, a nice kind of guitar-y room style reverb just to give us some tone and some atmosphere and stuff.
Can I ask?
Yep.
So the reverb is coming from the Discrete 8 as well?
Absolutely, yep.
All of the processing is done inside the box?
Absolutely.
Great.
Yep.
Nice.
No other plugins or external goodies were used in the making of this recording. So we can monitor either the DI
It's so uninspiring.
Yeah, it's a DI part. It's uninspiring, but it is, all importantly, super clean.
Yeah.
And we can monitor the AFX path. Now, had you not got a multiple £1,000 matchless back there, I would probably say that's actually not a bad tone.
It's great.
However, we do have a matchless, so we're going to use it. So I'm going to unmute the click. We'll go back to the beginning using the mouse because I don't know the Studio One shortcuts, and we'll hit record, and you can record into the first verse so we get the intro and stuff.
Fair.
Here we go.
Headlights cutting down a dark road. Midnight and I'm on my own.
There we go. Well done, sir. Lovely.
Ah, thank you.
So we'll take them out of Record Enable and we can listen back to them. So this is the clean DI. Super clean, but somewhat uninspiring.
Very nice.
And this is our amp sim.
Sounds good, actually.
It sounds great.
That amp seems quite good.
Under normal circumstances, absolutely fine, but we have a beautiful matchless back there and we are going to use it.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a third channel down here. This is our guitar reamp channel, and it is set to receive its input from a 2-note load box. It could be a microphone, it could be, a mic in front of the cabinet, it doesn't really matter. All you need to know is that is the signal output from that rather beautiful matchless. Mm-hmm. Now, we need to get our signal to that somehow, and we're going to use the guitar DI, the clean output, and we're going to route it to our reamp output. How do we do that? Well, we go back into the control panel. We go to the routing matrix. We've set it to be computer play 3. So computer play 3 is going to our reamp output number 1. Reamp output number 1 is on the back of the box, and that is going via a conventional 1/4-inch jack to the matchless, plugged in as if it were a guitar.
Right.
Then we have the outputs from our Torpedo Studio, which are coming in on 5 and 6, I believe, which are routing to computer play 5 and 6 inside the DAW. Simple. So if I hit Record Enable on that one, and I hit Solo and Solo, we're now hearing the playback from the clean DI part through the matchless and back in, so that's what you're going to hear now. So if I just go back to the beginning and play it.
Sounds
Now,
like the matchless.
As lovely as that AFX path is,
Yeah,
that is lovelier.
without a doubt.
Now, what we can do is take these out of solo, go back to the beginning, and we hit record, and we're going to record our reamped clean DI part through the amp. It's that simple.
Headlights cutting down a dark road.
It's worth noting that we had put monitor 2 into its reamp mode, reamp outputs, rather than monitors, and that's all to do with level, so we don't overpop the input going into the amp head. Because we don't want to do that because it's going to get all the levels wrong and drives and nasty. But other than that, everything you're hearing is either coming from the AFX path, or when we get to the reamp outputs, it's coming from the reamp path.
It's great.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And it takes all that pressure out of recording your guitar parts with everybody going, why is he doing it wrong?
Yeah, and it's also if you've got you know, no one wants to sit in a recording session while the guitar player is tweaking his amp. It's like, you know, getting a snare sound, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like for every other musician who's not a drummer, it's the worst thing ever. And the same for, you know, guitar sound.
Yeah.
No one wants to, you know, you can do that later. You can move around the microphone, get that exactly where you want it, get the tone sorted, just get the part laid down, get it recorded, and then everything's done.
And actually, when you're flying solo, it means you can do that over there while the part is playing back.
Yeah.
The most difficult thing about being a self-recorder is you can't play it and tweak it.
Yeah.
So actually, in the modern world of the home studio, the bedroom studio, garden shed, call it what you will, actually reamping has so many more uses than just the pressure cooker reliever.
Absolutely.
So, really hope you found that useful. Thanks to Paul for jumping on this one with me.
Anytime.
But for now, my name's James Ivey from the Studio Rats and from Antelope Audio.
I'm Paul Drew.
And we'll see you again very soon.